Hi, very good morning to one and all. And I am Dinesh Babu from the Department of CSC. And I warm welcome to all the listeners of this video. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about some predefined objects in JavaScript. As we started the concept of predefined objects in JavaScript in the previous session, we have ended up with document object. In the previous session, we have seen that we have different predefined objects like document, window, date, etc. Among all these things, in the previous session, we have covered regarding the document object, right? So in the previous session, we have seen some examples how the document object along with the methods can be used. We have used document.write, we have used document.write ln, and then we have used document.get element by id and get element by name, etc. Now in today's session, we are going to see about the topic regarding a window object, right? So let us move to the slide of window object, right? This is the slide where we have ended in the previous session. Okay, so this document object can be used along with write or write ln, get element by id, get element by name, get element by tag name, and get element by class name, right? So here in today's session, we are going to see about window object. So this window object is one of the predefined objects in JavaScript, right? So the window object represents a window in browser. So if we have written one HTML document, uh, it will open a web browser, right? So on the web browser, if we want to create a window, we can make use of this window predefined object in JavaScript, right? So if you want to have a window over the browser, then we can have this window object. So an object of window is created automatically by the browser. So there are different things which can be used along with this window object. It previously we have used write ln, right? So those are the methods which can be used along with the document object. Similarly, with the window object also, we have some methods which can be used. So with the usage of those methods along with the window objects, a window will be automatically created over the browser, right? So let us see the different methods what can be used along with the window object, right? Before going to see, there is one more point here. Window is the object of browser. Keep the point in your mind. As we said earlier, window object is a predefined object in JavaScript. Actually, when we go in depth, window is the object of a browser. It is not an object of JavaScript, right? It is an object of a browser. It is not an object of JavaScript. And the JavaScript objects are strings, arrays, date, and etc. Right? Next one. Window objects support three types of message boxes, right? So let us see what are those three types of message boxes. The first one is alert box, right? The second one is confirm box, and the third one is prompt box, right? So what these three boxes will do is, alert box will display some message on a window over the browser. Confirm box will display one confirmation message on a window over the browser. Prompt box is used to take some input values from the window on a browser. So don't worry, I will explain each and every box in detail, and I will write a program on each and every box, right? So let us start with alert box, right? As I said earlier, window objects support three types of message boxes. So among those three types of message boxes, the first message box was alert box. right? So what this alert box is used in the sense, alert box is used to display a warning or error message, right? So if we want to display a warning message or an error message to the user, we can make use of this alert box. So it displays a text string with OK button. So a window will be created. On that window, there will be some text, right? For example, when we create an alert box, a window will be displayed similar to this one, right? And there will be some text here. There will be some text here, and along with this text, there will be one button, and the name on that button will be OK, and the name on the button will be OK. So this type of box is called as alert box, right? So alert box is used to display some, this message may be a warning message or an error message, right? So the message which was here, it may be a warning message or an error message. This message will be displayed along with the OK button, right? OK button, and this type of box is called as an alert box. So if we want to create such type of alert box uh, on the window, uh, let us follow the syntax here, right? We need to follow the syntax. We need to call like window dot alert of message. Here, as it is said earlier, this alert box contains a message and OK button. That OK button will be added automatically. There is no need to develop that OK button manually. That OK button will be added uh, along with the window, right? So when we use an alert uh, message, when we use an alert message, that will automatically create the window, that will automatically create the OK button, and then in place of message, we have to pass some one message. That message will be displayed over the alert box, right? So if you use window.alert of message, right, window.alert of message, that will automatically create an alert window with some message, and which will have a OK button automatically, right? So let us have an example on this alert box, right? How this alert box can be created on Java, on window by using JavaScript code, right? How the things will be done. Let us have a look at the programming window here. Go to new option and take a HTML document. So let us start working from the beginning. Let us start working from the beginning. Let us start with HTML, and then have a head section. Inside the head section, have a title section here, and the title of my page is generation of alert box. That is the title of my web page, right? And then let us close this head section here. Sorry, let us close this head section here, and then open the body section. And inside the body section, if you want to display something on the uh, web page, just use the h1 heading or any heading or paragraph, whatever it may be, depending upon your need. You can use any type of element in order to display something on the web page. So here I am using the h1 heading for displaying computer science and engineering over the body of the web page. Right, inside this one, I'm using a script tag, and inside the script tag, I'm using window.alert. We have studied earlier, if you want to create an alert box over the web page, you have to make use of window object followed by alert message. So this will create an alert box over the web page. So on the alert box, what is the message we want to display should be included within the double quotates as a parameter for this method calling, right? For example, I want to have a message called as something like computer. I want to have a message like computer. So now what will happen is, uh, if we execute this particular code, a window will be created over the web page similar to this one, right? And on that window, it will display the text called as computer here, right? Text called as computer here. And then for this one, an OK button will be added automatically, right? So this will be the output of this particular line, right? This will be the output of this eighth line. A alert box will be created over the web page, where the text on the alert box will be computer. On the computer and the bottom side of the computer, it will have an OK button, right? So now let us do one thing. Let us close this script tag, right? And then uh, it is mandated to close the body tag, and then finally we have to close the HTML tag, right? So this is the program where the output of this program will be, there will be a web page, right? There will be a web page. Let us assume it is the title bar of the web page. So the title bar of that web page will contain this title, generation of alert boxes, and then inside the web page we have a text called as computer science and engineering with H1. So that will be included here. That computer science and engineering will be included here, right? Along with this one, if you observe, inside the script tag we have given window.alert. So here a window will be created automatically. There will be text called as computer here, and then this particular window will have a OK button by default, right? This will be the output, this will be the expected output of this code what we have written here. So let us have a look at whether we will get this particular output or not. Okay, let us close this one. Let us clear all the drawings, and then before going to see the output of this code, please save the code by pressing on the save button. Now I want to save this code as something called as uh, a.html, because we are working with alert boxes. So I'm saving this code with a.html. So save the code and see where it was saved. So it has saved in C colon slash user slash dean slash document slash a.html. So it has saved in inside the documents with the name a.html. Now open the documents. On the left side you can find the documents. Open the documents, and inside documents you can find there is one HTML document with the name A. So make a double click on this one in order to see the output of the code what you have written in the HTML. It is opening. Just a second. Right. So this is the output. Right. This is the output of the code what we have written for this HTML document. Right. So if you observe this particular window.alert of computer, right, it has created this particular box, right? And this computer text was displayed here, and then there is some button called as OK button by here. Okay, so let us clear all these drawings first. Now you can just make a click on this one. Okay, right? After making a click on this alert box, right, alert box, it is displayed something called as computer science and engineering. Okay, so now for what purpose we can use this one, in the sense, for example, I have given a message like it is not an safe website. it is not a safe website. That means we are giving some message or warning to the user, those who have opened this particular web page. So it is not a safe website. That message will be displayed over the window.alert message box, right? So if you are okay whether the site is not safe, still you are okay to open the site, you can just make a click on that OK button, right? Let us save the code. You can clearly observe. Let us save the code and make a double click on this one in order to see the output. So now, if I try to open this particular web page, this web page is saying that it is not a safe website. So they are only warning that it is not a safe website. So still you are okay. Still, even though it is not a safe website, you are you want to open this website, you can make a click on this OK button. So this message was displayed, and someone thought that this may what we can say, this may take our own information from the computer. If you open this website, and if this website may rob some information from your computer, and during that time they can close the website without viewing the website. And somebody wants to see the website, even if the website is not safe, they can make a click on this website, so the website information will be displayed here. So that is the main use of this alert boxes, right? At the same time, we can do something here. For example, we can create a button, right? We can create a button, uh, button type equal to something called as button, right? Button type equal to button, and on click equal to I want to create a function called as something called as apple. I want to create a function called as apple, right? So now the name on the button is try it, right? And then I am closing the button. So this particular statement, the thing which was at line number 7, right? The thing which was at line number 7 will create a button, right? What will be the output of this thing, in the sense it will create a button, right? Where the button name is apple, right? Where the button, sorry, I'm sorry. Uh, Button name is not apple, button name is try it. So a button will be created, and the name on the button will be try it, right? So when somebody makes a click on this one, right, click on this one, so it will call a function called as apple. One second. When somebody makes a click on this one, right, it will call a method called as apple method, right? So when somebody make a click on this one, it will call a apple method, right? Now we have to provide the body for apple method. So let us provide the body for apple method here, right? So in JavaScript, we all know, if we want to define a function or a method, we have to make use of function keyword. So function apple, right? Function apple, and inside that function I want to uh, keep this particular code. I want to keep this particular code. So um, a button will be created with the name try it, and if somebody makes a click on this button, it will execute the method called as apple. And if the apple method is executed, it will create a window, alert window, by saying it is not a safe website, right? uh, right here I can keep, are you sure, are you sure uh, you want to open the page, are you sure you want to see the data, right? So this was the message I want to be displayed on the alert box. Now save this particular code, right? Save this code and open the a.html file, right? It was here, a.html file, right? Now you can see here, you can see computer science and engineering with H1 has been created, and a button with the name try it has been created. So when this alert box will be created? So this alert box will be created when somebody makes a click on this try it button, right? Now if you make a click on this try it button, this Apple method will be called. So if the Apple method will be called, it will generate an window, right, which shows some alert message, and the name of the message is, are you sure you want to see the data, right? So I just want to click this one, try it. If I made a click on this try it button, it has displayed uh, an alert message by creating a new window over the web page, and this alert message is by default having the OK symbol, and it was saying that, are you sure you want to see the data, right? So this is the way of creating alert message over the web page by using the message by using the object called as window object, right? Window.alert message will give some error message, right? Will give some error or warning message to the user, right? It displays the text string, right, with OK button. So this is how we can make use of this alert box. I think now all of you are very well known this alert box, right? Now let us see the next slide from here, and this is the slide of alert box. It is already completed. The second type of message, right, which can be used along with the window object is confirm box. Confirm box in confirm box. What this confirm box will have is, it is very similar to alert box. Alert box is used to display some error or any warning message. This confirm box is used for submitting data, right? When somebody wants to submit a data, right? When somebody wants to submit the data, this confirm box will take again the confirmation. For example, sometimes if we are working with Microsoft Word or any other applications, if we start working with them and if we have written something inside a Microsoft document, and after writing something in the Microsoft document, if I close that window, then the window will ask you, are you sure you want to close, or something, it will ask that, are you sure you want, the data has been not saved, do you want to save, or are you sure you want to close the window? Okay, and cancel buttons will be there, right? Similar to that one, I will show one thing here, right? I will show one thing here. So for example, um, I have written something called as CSC or EC here, and now I want to close this window, right? If I close this window, see, uh, if I try to close this window, see, something has been created here, which is saying that save changes to A means a.html, save changes to A. There are three buttons here, yes, no, and cancel. If I want to save the changes, I can make a click on yes. If I don't want to save the changes, I can make a click on no. If I don't want to close the window, I can click cancel, right? So this type of box is called confirmation box. So I want to close the window. That's why I have made a click on this particular closing button. Even though I made a click on this closing button, still the window is asking for the confirmation, right? Do you want to save or not? Window is asking for the confirmation. So this type of boxes are called as confirmation boxes. Okay, so this type of confirmation boxes. Once again, don't want to add some extra code here, right? Now, if I want to close this one, it is asking. If I say yes, it will close the window, right? So similar to this one, here also in JavaScript, we can create some conform boxes, right? What purpose for these conform boxes are used in the sense it is useful when submitting the data, right? It is useful when submitting the data. This displays a window containing message with two buttons. As we saw earlier, the select box will create a window, right? The select box will create a window, and there will be some message here, right? There will be some message here, and then at the bottom we have a OK button for this alert box, right? As we seen already in the previous one example, right? In the confirmation box, right, it is useful when submitting form data, right? It is useful when submitting form data, and this displays a window containing a message with two buttons. So there will be a window will be created, right? This is the output of the confirm box. A window will be created, right? And we have two buttons with this for this window, right? Two buttons for this window. Similar to the alert box, this confirm box will also have some message to be displayed, and we can give that message during writing of the program, right? There will be some message. Along with the message, there will be two boxes. So the names on those two boxes are OK and cancel, right? There will be two boxes, right? OK, and the second one is cancel, right? OK and cancel will be the two buttons over the confirm box. So selecting cancel will abort the any pending action. Selecting cancel will abort any pending action, while OK will let the action proceed. So when you make a click on OK, it will allow the action to be proceed. For example, we have seen one second. We have seen here uh, I think we have closed that one, right? This is the code where we have ended up. Now I made some changes here. So if I make a click here, a confirmation box is developed, and in this confirmation box there are three uh, buttons. I don't want to discuss about this one. This may be developed in some other code, right? So I'm discussing about only the confirm message which can be used along with the window. So if you use window dot confirm, then it will create two buttons only, right? First one is let us assume this is OK, and this is cancel. So if you make a click on this cancel, it will not allow the work to be done. For example, I want to close this window. It has displayed two buttons. This is OK button, and this is cancel button. So if I make a click on this cancel button, it will abort, right? That's what it has mentioned. If you make a click on this cancel button, will abort the pending action. So what is the pending action here? Here the pending action is that we want to close the window. It is under pending. If you make a click, the pending action will be aborted, means stopped, right? And in case if we make a click OK, and that action will be performed. So for example, if I made a click here, if I press on OK, let us assume this button was OK, and it will allow to close the window. So that is what they have mentioned here, right? So there are two buttons, right? There are two buttons which will be created. There are two buttons which will be created while creating a confirm box. The two buttons are OK button and cancel button. So selecting cancel will abort, while OK will let the action proceed. So when you make a press on OK, it will allow the action to be performed, and when you make a click on cancel, it will not allow the action to be performed on the window. Okay, so let us see the syntax, how this conform box can be used. Sorry, how this conform box can be created over on web page. It is very similar to alert box, right? The syntax of conform box is similar to alert box, right? So if you want to display some conform box, means we have to use window dot conform of string. So we have to pass one message here, right? And then uh, a new window will be created over the web page. For example, the expected output of this particular thing will be set. The expected output of this message will be uh, because of it is an confirm box, there will be two buttons, right? One is OK button, and the second one is cancel button, right? Cancel button. And there we have some message called a string. That string will be displayed here. That string will be displayed here. So if you replace the string with any other text, so that particular text will be displayed over the confirm box. So this will be the expected output of this particular line of JavaScript code. Okay, so let us see one example, right? Let us see one example how this confirmation box can be created over the web page. Let us move to the programming window. Let us move to the programming window here. I will show you about prompt box later. Let us open edit plus plus, sorry. Now let us start with a new HTML, right? Start with HTML tag, head tag, title tag. In the title, confirm box. So the title of this web page will be confirm box. Now just close the head section, open the body section, right? Inside the body section, similar to the previous one, I want to display computer science engineering, computer science and engineering. I just want to close this H1 heading. Now I want to make use of the script tag. In order to write the Java scripting code, I need to include script start tag and end tag. Right within the script tag, if I want to create a confirm window, I need to call like window dot confirm, right? Window dot confirm, right? Inside that we can have any message. Are you sure you want to close? This was the message which will be displayed on the confirm box. Right now, close the script tag here, close the script tag, close the body tag here, and end up with a closing HTML tag. Right, so now let us save this code, right? Save this code as something called as c.html, because we are working with the confirm box. Let us save this code with c.html. And now here it is. Please make a double click in this one, right? If you see here, uh, a box which was displayed here, there are two buttons here. When you make a click on cancel, right? When you make a click on cancel, uh, the window was went away, right? In order to write the perfect code for this confirmation box, we need to include a lot of code, right? For example, if I want to add this particular alert box to the window closing button, we need to write some amount of some high level of code. So I'm not going to discuss about that one right now. So here, let us see the thing what happened here. Window.confirm has created a window, right? There are two buttons on the window. So we can make a click on this OK button, right? Or actually what will happen is if you make a click on this OK button, it is displaying some information, right? Now, let us add some extra code, right? Let us add some extra code. For example, similar to the previous example, let us create one button here, right? Button here, where the type of the button equal to button, right? After that one, on click equal to, right? On click equal to, let us call the function called as apple, similar to the previous example. Let us call the apple function, right? And the name on this button will be try it, and then close the submit button, sorry, close the button tag, right? Now, see what we have to do is just to define a function with the function keyword, and the name of the function is apple, right? So inside the apple, keep this particular window.confirm, or you sure you want to close. Now let us see what will happen, right? Let us see what will happen. Save the code, save the code. Now make a double click here, right? So there is a text which is displayed on the web page, that is computer science and engineering, and a button was created with the name try it. So if I make a click on this one, right, it is asking, are you sure you want to close? If you press OK, I will show you something called as I will add some more text here. Document dot write ln, document dot write ln, hi good morning, inside this one, right? Now save the code, save the code, and make a refresh here. Now make a click on this try it button. If you press OK, it is displaying something called as hi good morning. So let us make some changes here. Let us make some changes here. Are you sure you want to see the text? Are you sure you want to see the text? Right, right. I want to make that make something here. Generate password. So the name of the button is generate password, right? Are you sure you want to see the password is the confirmation box, right? Here I want to write password is so password is hi good morning, right? So this is the password, right? Now save the code, save the code, and you will have some clarity now. Save the code, and please open this c.html. Now computer science and engineering is displayed on the web page, and there is one button called as generate password, right? Generate password. So if I want to generate password, right, I'm making a click on this generate password button. So now it is asking something called as, are you sure you want to see the password, right? Are you sure you want to see the password? So if I want to see the password, if I make a click here, it will display the password is, that is the password is hi good morning 3 dots. So it is the password, right? So for this type of confirmation message, we can have this confirm box, right? Right, with this I'm going to close today's session, right? Hope you all enjoy today's session, because it is somewhat interesting than the previous ones. Here we have in this today's session we have created two boxes, that is alert box and then confirm box, right? So both these boxes can be created by using the object of window, right? Window object. By using window object, we can create this alert box and confirm box, right? The only difference is that alert box is used to display some error or warning message, where it can have only one button with the name OK, where the confirm box is used to make sure whether you want to perform such action or not. It will have two buttons, OK and cancel. If you press OK, the action will be, the pending action will be performed, and if you press cancel, the pending action will not be performed, So we have still one more box called as prompt box, right? So that prompt box is used to take some input values from the user, right? So we will discuss that prompt box in the next session, right? So hope you all enjoy today's session, and if you have any doubts regarding today's session, you can just make a comment uh, in the comment box, and I request you once again to please practice all the programs what you are seeing on the class. At the same time, please practice some more programs, right? If you have time, or if you don't have time, please make some time in order to practice some more programs with some complexities. Here I'm explaining only some simple programs. I'm not going in depth because many of the people may or may not understand. If you are in a class or in a lab, you can go somewhat to depth, but it is an online class. Whether I don't know you are following well or not, till I don't know. But if you go with simple things means it will be able to understand for most of the people. So that is why I'm going with some simple examples, right? If I have time after the completion of syllabus, if I have time, I will go with some complex examples, right? So please make a habit of practicing daily programs, right? I thank each and every listener of this session for being here, and in the next session we will meet in the next session with the prompt box, and after completing the prompt box we will concentrate on operators in JavaScript, right? Don't worry, operators in JavaScript, the people who are who know the operators in C, the operators in C++, and the operators in Java, here almost 99.9% operators are similar to those programming language operators in those programming languages, right? So if operators are completed, then we can make a move to the control statements in JavaScript, right? We can see if else, switch case, while, do while, etc., right? After the completion of control statements, we can start arrays in JavaScript, right? So now please make a practice, right? I thank you once again, and we will meet you in the next session.